Hi everyone, and welcome to the Target 19 Part 3 homework review. And so all of this is about length of the outsides of the circle. We talked about that pretty in-depthly in the Part 3 notes video. And so feel free to continue to look at that for more information about what we're doing here. But I will try to provide you with some more information about 3 of these problems from the Part 3 worksheet. So we're going to work through number 1, number 5, and number 8. And so here we go. Circumference is like perimeter of the circle. Remember, circumference has a formula, and really we just want to use the formula, and our goal is to recognize pieces of information that go into our formula, right? And so circumference is going to equal pi times diameter. And so in this picture over here, this is our radius, right? So radius equals 3 feet. And so if the radius equals 3, your diameter is twice as big, so your diameter is going to be 6, right? Because the radius is from the center to the edge. If we draw another one over here, this would be 3 as well. The total is 6, right? Diameter is always twice as big as your radius. So I'm going to use my diameter number. I'm just going to plug that in for the d in this equation, and that'll be our circumference. So our circumference will equal pi times 6. And so there's two ways we can write this, as decimal or as an exact answer. The exact answer would literally just be to call it 6 pi, right? Exact means keep pi as pi. Because if we ever use pi in an actual calculation, it's going to give us a decimal, right? Because pi is 3.14159 and it just continues forever. So there's no way for it not to be a decimal. So if we want to write it in exact form, we leave the pi there and we just multiply whatever else is by the pi. In this case, it's just a 6. So 6 pi is the exact answer. We can throw our units on it, 6 pi feet. Now, the other way to do it is type 6 pi into your calculator and see what decimal it gives you. So I'll clear this. I'll type 6. Pi is second and the arrow key. We hit enter, and that's 18.8. So both of these are good answers. Both of them are the right answer. One is just rounded, one's just exact. So our circumference is either 6 pi feet or 18.8. Now, arc length is like circumference, but it's really like a partial circumference, right? Because arc is just part of a circle. And so we don't want to know the distance around the whole circle. We just want to know the distance around part of the circle. And that's what an arc length is. And so it says find arc length of AB. So AB is from A on the outside of the circle till when we hit B. So we want to find this distance. We see a central angle is 150. Central angles and arc measures are the same. So our arc is 150. So really, remember the circle is 360 degrees. We just want to find the circumference around just a 150 degree section of this circle. And so remember our arc length formula is our arc length equals our central angle divided by 360 times our circumference, so times pi d. And so let's just plug things in here. Our arc length, we're going to figure that out, so we don't know that. But our central angle, like we said, was 150. So we'll put 150 in for x divided by 360. And so what this is doing is just telling us to work with a 150 degree section out of the 360 degrees of the total circle. And then we'll times that by pi times diameter. Now, our diameter is 4.8 because that number goes across this whole circle. And so that's perfect. We'll plug 4.8 into here. And this one, because it's got a fraction, it's already got decimals. Let's just throw it into our calculator as is. We will get a decimal answer, and that will be our answer. So just a reminder that 150 divided by 360, that's a fraction. Let's put that in parentheses. So 150 divided by 360, all in parentheses, and then we'll do times pi, and we can do, there's different ways to do this, times 4.8, right? And so we hit enter, and it tells us 6.3 when we round up. And so our arc length here is 6.3. Let's figure out our units. Looks like centimeters, so 6.3 centimeters. Perfect. Now the last one is a working backwards problem. They've given us our circumference, and we want to know our radius. And so remember, circumference equals pi times diameter. And so we can solve for our diameter here. And then remember, we'll just divide by 2 because our radius will be half of our diameter. Now, our circumference is 32. So we're going to plug that into the C part. So 32 equals pi times diameter. So all we have to do is divide by pi here. And that'll give us our diameter because these pi's will cancel out, leaving us with diameter on the right side. And so we just want to type in 32 divided by pi into our calculator. Let's see what we get. Guess we can't see it. 32 divided by pi. And that equals 10.2. So our diameter is 10.2. We want radius. And so we'll go back to our calculator and we'll divide this all by 2 because our radius is half of that. So 5.1. Let's find units again. Looks like inches. So 5.1 inches, and that is our final answer. All right, so I hope this helps with your part 3 worksheet. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Keep working hard. I'll see you in part 4.